eBay Dropshipping Tutorial 2023 full in-depth tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing great and are having an amazing and absolutely incredible day. So, eBay dropshipping is one of the best ways to start making money online, and I've personally made over £5,000 in the last 90 days using eBay dropshipping with around a 35 profit margin, so around 5 to 600 pounds per month in profit. So it's not going to make you a millionaire, but it is an amazing way to start making money online, and then you can use that money to invest in other businesses. And the best thing about eBay dropshipping is that you can get started for $100 that you don't even need to make a website. You don't need to know how to run ads. You don't need to know how to create content, and you don't need a massive amount of money for marketing. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can get started with eBay dropshipping completely step by step. So I'm going to show you how to create eBay business account, what types of products you can dropship on eBay, how to connect your eBay business account to various dropshipping suppliers, and import products to your eBay account, and how to fulfill your eBay dropshipping orders. So let's get straight into it. So firstly, I'm just going to go ahead and cover if you're actually allowed to dropship on eBay. So if you have a look at eBay's customer service page on, dropshipping, it does say that dropshipping where you fulfill orders directly from a wholesale supplier is allowed on eBay. However, listing an item on eBay and then purchasing the item from another retailer or marketplace that ships directly to your customer is not allowed. And basically what they mean by this is if you use suppliers such as, CJ Dropshipping or Alibaba, which are intended for businesses, then this is okay. So, we can use CJ, AliExpress, Alibaba, all those business retailers. However, if you list an item that's intended directly for customers, such as listing an item from Nike.com, where customers can purchase a product directly, then this is not okay. So that's, kind of a loophole. But basically, as long as you use third-party suppliers like CJ or Alibaba that are intended for businesses, then it is okay for you to dropship on eBay. So now that we've, covered all of that, we are going to set you up with an eBay business account. So what you need to do is just go over to Google and just type in eBay and then go over to the homepage because it's going to depend on the country that you are in. So, as you can see, I am already on eBay, but I'm going to walk you through as well. I'm also going to show you the dropshipping page just for reference, whatever I just told you. Let me just show you as a reference. So here's the eBay dropshipping page where they tell you all the things about dropshipping. And look at that. Dropshipping where you fulfill orders directly from a wholesale supplier is allowed, but obviously listing an item from another retailer that ships directly to your customer is not allowed. So you get the whole point. So pretty easy stuff. Now we're going to come over to eBay. Okay, just write eBay over here and there we go. So now once we're in, we find obviously our country's eBay. Now obviously I'm on ebay.com.pk, and because it obviously depends on your location, you're going to see your location in the top left. But yeah, now we're going to go ahead and sign in with our account. So now it's going to, first of all, once you go to create an account, it's going to ask you two things. If you want to create a personal account or a business account. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go here, create an account. Okay, so once you go here, as you can see, you get two options. Either you get a personal account or a business account. Okay, now if you go with a personal account, that's obviously to just do the normal buying and all of that. But so that doesn't really help us because both of them have a bit of a difference, because a personal account is basically that you're just selling some old items in your house. But if you intend to constantly list items on eBay and you are selling with the intention to be making profits, then you do need a business account. And I don't really need to register a business or anything like that at this point. You can just sign up for a business account. So you're going to enter in your business name, business email address, password, and choose your location. Now, just remember, for your business name, customers will be able to see this from the name of your store. So don't choose anything weird that might make them lose trust in your eBay store. Just pick something completely normal and, something really professional, something even related to your own name. So switch over to business account. I'm going to write a business name, Deacon, or, just a random business name. And we're gonna put in our business email. Now for the email, I'm gonna go ahead and use a temp mail for myself. You don't necessarily need to follow this step. I usually do this step because I don't like wasting my own personal emails on, because I've already used my personal email on this. So I'm just gonna copy this one. Now once you do that, paste. Now we're gonna go ahead and write a good strong password. There we go. And then you're obviously going to go ahead and create an account. And don't tick this box, okay? Because this will just ruin things for us. So now eBay is going to say, we have to verify you. So it's going to send you a security code and everything. And here it's going to say, choose a stadium. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, I think that should be it. Okay, and there we go. And now it's going to say, we've sent a verification code in here, 563616. So 563616. There we go. There's our verification code. We're going to go ahead and verify. Then you're going to put in your username now. Username, the people at eBay can't see that. So this could be, anything random, anything you want to put in. Totally fine, totally, cool. Then here we can see register as a business seller. Okay. Now, these are some things that you want to, have a brain about beforehand. So here it says, before you can list an item, you must first register as a seller. This will take 5 to 15 minutes depending on your business type. Registered businesses will need the following. So first of all, your business details, your employer ID number and business registration address. Then they need your stakeholder info, the address, date of birth, and SSN or ITIN of your business stakeholders. And then they're going to need your bank account, your bank login or checking account details for payout purposes. Now, if you're a sole proprietor registering under your own name, you'll only need to provide personal and bank information. So you could register later if you want to, but you can get started right away as well. Okay, it's going to ask you with your legal entity and all that. So, as you know, a solo trader, if you're just starting out, I'm going to assume that you're a solo trader. So we're just going to click on no and continue. And if we continue from here, okay, I'm just going to go with no, continue. And then you're going to be taken where you're going to be prompted to enter in some details about yourself in the seller account. So do make sure to go ahead and add that. Okay. And, just add in your name and stuff, add in your address, your residential address, and all that. Select your state. And once you do that, you're going to add your date of birth. Just add the necessary information. And once you do that, just go ahead and click on next or continue. And once you're gonna be doing that, it should be good for you. So yeah. And do make sure to save all the details because then it takes you to your bank account details where it's gonna ask you to prompt in some of your bank account details and you're gonna be entering all of that. And do make sure that everything you put in is accurate because it will ask to verify your phone number, your email, your address, and all that. And also the security code that you're gonna put in, it's gonna verify that as well, which is your SSN or ITIN. Then obviously once you click continue, it's gonna take you to link a bank account. You're gonna simply enter your current account details when your items sell. They're gonna send your payouts to that account, and whenever someone purchases your items, it's gonna send it to your bank. So you're gonna make sure to log in. You're gonna first of all search your bank from the banks of America or banks or whatever country you're from, and you're going to choose your bank, and then it's going to ask you to log into that banking so you can connect your eBay account to that bank. So once you've logged into your online banking and you have chosen your bank account that you want to link your eBay accounts, it will just say confirm your bank details, and you can click on continue, and then you will be given a chance to review all of the information that you've entered. And if you've entered anything incorrectly, you can go and edit it. So if it's correct, just click on confirm, and once you click, you will be brought to your eBay store where you can start creating some great stuff and content. Now, obviously, first it's gonna review and confirm all your things, so do make sure to go through that. Now I'm just gonna come back here, okay, and we're gonna head straight into the eBay store with our general, sign in thing. So here we are inside our eBay store, pretty great, pretty basic stuff. Now, eBay basically has different plans and subscriptions, okay? So to access those, you're gonna go on my eBay, okay? And once you go on my eBay, obviously, once you know your account is verified and everything, you're gonna go to subscriptions and you're gonna go to subscribe, where it's gonna give you 4 basic subscriptions. So if you go over here and write eBay subscriptions, we're gonna be able to see all the different subscriptions and fees that eBay gives its seller centers. So here's your basic subscription. So first of all, there's the starter store, which is, best for sellers who have a handful of products and want a storefront to brand and promote and, fully promote their business and stuff. It's $4.95 per month. Free auction listings or fixed price listings. It's, a really good starter price. And then there's the basic store, just getting started. Enjoy more free listings, final value fee discounts, and a quarterly coupon for eBay branded shipping supplies. It's $21.95 per month, okay, with your basic annual subscriptions, and you get quite good features in this. Then there's the premium store, where if you have an extensive product assortment, a premium store subscription gives you substantially, where you can make zero insertion free listings. And like in the start, I would recommend the most basic one. So, featured anchor. So you basically have these different types of features. Like I said, so if you go for the basic, you can see what you can basically do is pay a fixed monthly amount. And this allows to list a certain amount of products. So depending on how many products you're listing, how many products you're selling, eventually it can work out cheaper to have an eBay shop. But as I mentioned, when you are just starting out, you can just start with no shop and just list as pay as you go. And you can see profit upcoming. You can always upgrade your plan to have the subscription accounts. So senior, you can have a link to your eBay shop. It allows you to have cheaper listing fees, and it allows you to list more items and things like that. So this is something that you just have to keep in mind once you start growing your eBay dropshipping business. But for now, from the actual eBay dashboard in the top right hand corner, you will see sell. So just right click this and open this in a new tab. Okay, so come here and then we're going to click on sell. Now, once you click on sell, obviously it's going to take a second to load. Now, obviously this place needs to be crossed. Like obviously you're going to need to get yourself fully verified, because it takes like a few minutes. It might take a day to review your information. So yeah, just make sure to fully get yourself reviewed, because that is a pretty important aspect. And you know once you click the sellers option, it's going to open a seller hub, and from here you can actually start creating some listings. Now, we're not going to list any products just yet, because we need to connect our eBay business to some of the third-party drop shipping suppliers. But for the next part of the tutorial, I do just want to go over what type of products you can actually sell. Now, we're going to be looking at 2 different types of suppliers, which is going to be CJ Dropshipping and Alibaba.com. But there are a number of different suppliers that you can use, and I'll go through some other suppliers later on in the tutorial. But like I say, I just want to go over the process of having a look at some products that you could potentially sell. So let's get over to CJ Dropshipping. So CJ Dropshipping is basically a dropshipping supplier, and they sell thousands of different products. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, actually show you cjdropshipping.com. Here it is. So CJ Dropshipping sells thousands of different products in all types of categories, and they have really fast shipping, and that's why they're one of the best suppliers that you can use. And I recommend them over Alibaba, and the reason for that is because you can see on the right hand side over here, they have different shipping methods as well, and you can get products to customers between 3 to 7 days, so that's pretty fast. However, if you do use Alibaba, sometimes it can take a little bit longer, and customers get a little bit annoyed that they might start sending you some emails asking where the product is, or you might get a lower star rating on eBay, which I will go over in a moment. So I recommend to start using CJ Dropshipping when you're starting off. And when it comes to dropshipping on eBay, eBay is basically a search engine, so people are always typing things into eBay that they're looking for, and that's why it's really great because it actually helps you to market the products that you're selling because it is a search engine. So somebody might search for something on eBay, given that you've given a good title and a description, your product might come up. So if you have a look at CJ Dropshipping, you can see that they have products in loads of different categories. Okay. Now, to actually spot out the products, you can see all these things over here. So computers in office, you can get all of these. You have different categories, and in these different categories, you can see even more categories of things. So shipping on eBay, the best category that I've found so far is actually the clothing category. Now, it may be women's or men's clothing, both are very popular, and I know what you're thinking. Well, what about returns? We'll talk about that later on. But for any business that you run, it doesn't matter what business that you run, there are always going to be problems with returns and refunds. So just think of that as actually part of the business. That doesn't matter what product you sell. There's always going to be some defects with certain types of products. There's always going to be people asking for refunds. So just think of it like that. And that way, this will help you to be able to not put too much pressure on finding the right product and trying to minimize how many returns and things you get. Of course, there are always going to be maybe slightly higher returns with clothing, but that means you also get more sales as well. So it's kind of counteracts it, but like I said, you can pretty much sell any type of product. It's going to depend on the country as well. As so I'm based in the UK, or you can be based in the US where they love clothes. And it's obviously the cold winter season here. So people buy a lot of winter clothes when it's winters, and we have kind of a mediumly hot summers, even though summers are quite short. But people really love summer here. So once again, they buy a lot of clothes in the summer as well. So it's a very consumer friendly product or category over here. So, there's a high chance for you to make good profit using this product. But you can also go with consumer electronics because a lot of people obviously use consumer electronics now. Consumer electronics have things like televisions, receivers, audio amplifiers, all these basic things that people actually use. So, now, starting out, I don't recommend that you just need to really start using these. Start listing some products that you think might work. And the best way you can do this is just to think about the types of products that you search for. I was often buying clothes from eBay, men's clothes, and searching for things. So, the things that I was searching for, and I also like to buy consumer electronics as well. So, I just started listing those products. So, just keep it simple when you're first starting. Think about the types of products that you might buy and, start having a look at those on eBay. If you can see them on eBay, then you can start trying to find some products on CJ Dropshipping and on Alibaba that are similar, and you can start listing those. So I'm going to give you a few examples here. So we'll start with Alibaba first, and I'll show you some ideas, and then I'll show you some CJ ones as well. Okay, so because we know CJ is better than Alibaba when it comes to dropshipping, so we're gonna keep that later on. And yeah, let's just go on the normal Alibaba. So, here's Alibaba. You could also use AliExpress if you want to. Pretty simple. So, this is your basic Alibaba dropshipping central. Okay. Now, you could obviously go over ahead to the manufacturer section, or you could go to simple dropshipping, or you could just go ahead and actually write Alibaba dropshipping, where it's going to give you the whole, outlook of dropshipping. So here you are, Alibaba dropshipping. So it brings you over here. Now, you do have to sign in or join for free for Alibaba dropshipping to actually work. So once you've signed yourself in, just go ahead and choose any product that you would like to actually go ahead and dropship. Okay. And we're going to go to the whole platform to get, the basic gist of things. Obviously, this is just the seller's hub and central, so I'm going to get out of that. Go to the main website, and we have a look. We can see like let's go with a consumer electronic. Let's say let's go with a portable wireless printer. Okay, let's go with a portable wireless printer because it's a very popular brand. It's a very popular product. A lot of people actually want to buy a portable printer. So let's go with one of these. Yeah, let's go with, yeah, this one looks good. Let's go with that. Okay. Now, here we are. into the portable printer section. Okay. And it's a very consumer friendly product. It's consumer electronics, and this is a portable printer. And the reason I bring this up again is because I have one of these. So, because I run e commerce stores, I needed one of these to print my labels. So I was searching for one of these on eBay. So that's why this product just popped into my mind. So you can see here on Alibaba, you can get this product for $18, which is pretty cool. And I've just gone and searched for these portable printers. So you can see, thermal label printer can be searched, or you can search any of the cheapest one if you want to. So it's totally upon you and the things you are gonna search. And it's really small, like it's gonna weigh up to like what, 10 pounds or something. And the printer itself, with like the shipping, might cost a bit more. Like as you can see right now, it's $10 to $18, but obviously with the shipping, it might go up to 34, or it might go up to $40. So the shipping might be three times the actual product depending on wherever you're living. So if you're like shipping from the US to maybe Australia, now that's a long journey. So that might take, that might, like, the shipping price might be quadruple of your original product price. So you have to keep those things in mind as well. And I just said that I came up with a product idea because I was, searching for these myself, and I purchased these from eBay. And that's how you can come up with ideas when you're first initially listing some products on eBay. Now, I'll show you in a moment how you can have a look at some other products that you can sell as well. So let's have a look at another product. So let's go ahead and search for men's clothing. Okay. So let's say I wanted a black leather jacket, quite a long while. Okay. So as you can see, you start getting leather jackets over here, and as I, suggested, that men clothing's work. Now look at that. So this jacket looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and click all over that, and here we can see, you know, products that I mentioned that men's clothing works really well, but it works really well if you can get into particular niches. So this niche is the, typical biker men clothing, where, you can see leather jackets and stuff. And this is a particular niche that people might be searching for on eBay. So they might be typing in, leather jacket, biker men's clothing. So you can see this one is going to cost you up to 11 pounds or $11. And like if I go ahead on eBay and I just search up, leather jacket, if I just search that up, now that is obviously, this is what, $11. Over here, look at the prices. They're absolutely mad. 127 and all that. And that's like crazy. That's out of this world. So obviously the $18 price that you're gonna mention is gonna be a whole lot cheaper. So pretty great and pretty amazing stuff. So if you scroll down, you can obviously see more prices. They might get cheaper down on the road, but they're still going to be more expensive than your product. So yeah, pretty great and simple stuff. So obviously, trust me, your product is going to be the closest to anything cheap. And obviously, depends on the shipping again as well. So with the shipping, some products are just to be negotiated. So as you can see, this product is to be negotiated, which means that once you actually drop ship it, you can negotiate the shipping prices with the actual owner of the store. So you get the whole sudden gist of it. Now, you could also search any women's clothing, because obviously, as we know, women's clothing is also pretty, expensive, and you could use that as your leading store handle as well, because a lot of people actually ship a lot of women's clothing. Like people maybe ship women's clothing to, gift it to them, and it's pretty popular niche topic. So you can obviously do that for yourself. And then obviously you can also search, because as I told you, it's winter. So you can search for, warmer jumper jackets, bomber jackets, and all that. You can search for stylish jackets, which will just give you a general outlook on all the different types of products that are actually, allowed to be sold on your basic eBay dropshipping system. Now, obviously, ever since I've opened up my store, like a lot of the products that I sell using CJ Dropshipping or Alibaba, using, men's clothing and consumer electronics, two of the most popular niche topics. Like, not only men's clothing, in general, clothing and consumer electronics. These two are very, very good topics to be, dropshipping on, because obviously it's common sense that tons and tons of people actually like to, fully buy clothes for themselves or fully buy different electronics. And even in electronics, use things that are useful. Like, don't drop ship things like, RGB lights or something like I've seen a lot of people that drop ship stuff that just looks cool, and they don't actually make a lot of sales because RGB lights and those things, like, do people do buy them, but it's not like a lot of people have a strong need for them. It's like not a strong need. People just buy them because they think it looks cool. Sell things which that, yeah, a person will want this. A person will need this because it's a very useful product, and a person can use this for, the better good, and they can use this to, do out tasks. So as you can see, I got a mini printer. Now, why is a mini printer useful? It's a portable pocket printer, and you can carry it around anywhere. And if you need, like, let's say, you're into the retail business and you want to, get a SKU code printed or a label printed for your packaging, you can do it in a second using Bluetooth and your 3D printer. So it's really great and amazing stuff. So, these are all the product ideas that you can come up with. And trust me, they're going to be extremely useful for you. They're going to help you a lot with your dropshipping journey. So do make sure that you come up with great ideas, and do make sure that they are like, don't keep one line of products. A lot of people make the mistake of just keeping one line of products. Like, obviously, I told you to keep the categoric niche on, clothing and electronics. But again, do remember, like, don't just sell, like I told you, leather jackets are a good sale, but don't just sell leather jackets, or don't just sell, stuff like printers or stuff. Do make sure that you have a diversity in products, like sell leather jackets, sell sweaters, sell, jumpers, sell sweatshirts, oversized hoodies, because, just sell things that a lot of people are buying nowadays, and, sell things that are actually in nowadays. So yeah, now that was, discussing about Alibaba. Let's move over to CJ dropshipping. So when it comes to CJ dropshipping, first of all, we're gonna actually create an account and then connect that account to the eBay business account, so we can start importing products from CJ directly to the eBay store and then start selling them. So in order to do this, we are just going to click on register. There will be a link in the description to the CJ dropshipping. So if you use that link, you can also click on register from there. So here's CJ dropshipping over here, obviously. And, you have all these products, etc., etc. So we're going to come up here and click on register. Okay. So once you click on register, obviously it's going to take you into the loading section, and it's going to load you up into this prompt. So welcome to cjdropshipping.com. Create a CJ Dropshipping account here for free. Now, obviously it's going to ask you to enter email, password, and confirm your password. So I'm going to go here. Obviously this is my email. So go over here. I'm going to close Alibaba. Okay. Paste your email. Choose a strong password. Okay. There we go. Then we're gonna go ahead and confirm our password. There we go. And we're gonna do that and click on next. So now it's gonna ask you to enter your username. This could be anything random, to be honest. Just put that in. And you're gonna enter your name. You're gonna enter your phone number and click on confirm and continue. Now, this is where you come up. So it's gonna say user questionnaire. To offer a better service, we would like to learn more about you. So which platform are you running your store now? Now, you could skip these steps, but I would prefer that you put this in. So we're going to be choosing eBay in this section. And then it's going to scroll down and say, how many orders are you processing? So you're just going to go with, I'm just starting my business. Then it's going to ask what categories you want to choose. So don't worry too much about this one if you're not sure. Just, choose a few ones that maybe you're thinking. So we'll go for consumer electronics and men's clothing. Okay. So I'm going to come here, eBay, just starting. And I'm going to go with men's clothing and consumer electronics. Yeah. So now we're going to submit. Okay. and you will then be brought back to the CJ Dropshipping homepage. From here, you are going to click on My CJ, and then you will be asked to verify yourself, verify your email and stuff. So click over to send the code and just head over to your emails to get the verification code, paste it in, and you're going to be, then clicking on verify. Wait, let me just wait for this to load up. And obviously, yeah, make sure that everything is verified. So, click on verify. It takes you to verify email security verification, enter verification code and everything. I'm going to come here. And obviously, if you don't get it immediately, just make sure to refresh and stuff. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Email verification of CJ Dropshipping. So it's 936796. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in 936796. There we go. Now we're going to click on verify and then click on confirm. Now, once you add this information, it should be verified now. And as you can see, it's already verified. And these are also your CJ skills. So this, adds to your CJ skills. And if you get to 100, that just gives you, better points with CJ. And it's just much better. So you can one by one add all of these points for yourself if you want to. So once your store and everything is verified and you verified CJ Dropshipping, what you're going to do right now is you're going to come to the left-hand side and move over down where you see store authorization. And now you're going to find eBay. You're going to see tons and tons of stores over here, Shopify, TikTok, WooCommerce, AliExpress, etc., etc. But we're obviously using eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on eBay. It's going to bring us here. So you haven't authorized any stores yet. Authorize your store to activate one-click posting, etc., etc. So I'm going to click on add a store. So it's going to say log into your eBay account. Click on my eBay to get your store name, input the name above, and click on authorize. So just head over to your eBay account. Okay. So now obviously my account is already open in another tab. So it's, took that as an integration. But if it doesn't do that for you, just go to my eBay, go on my account and just choose your store's name. But obviously my store is already open. So it's going to ask me for a verification. I'm going to go ahead and click on agree and continue. And once you do that, look at that. Authorization success. So my store was successfully authorized. And obviously you can do the same. Just to go ahead, top right hand corner, you will see your store name. So from there, just up on the top left, you're going to copy the header file. Then you're going to go back to CJ Dropshipping, paste it in. There you're going to click on authorize. Then it's going to bring you over to the eBay store. If you're not already logged in, it's going to ask you to log in to your eBay account. So just log back into your account again just to authorize the connection. And it's going to bring you over to the review and grant application access. So you want to give CJ Dropshipping access to your eBay account. So you're just going to click on agree and continue. You will then be brought back to CJ Dropshipping and it's just the authorization just like this in front of you. So from here, you can start listing products from CJ Dropshipping straight to your eBay account. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and find one of those products that I showed you earlier, and we're going to go and list one of these. So we're going to start with this, leather jacket that we just found. It's over here. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to write leather jacket. Obviously, it's a part of men's clothing. It could be female clothing as well. Obviously, leather jacket is unisex, but for right now, I'm going to go with men's leather jackets. So let's go ahead with this one. Now, once you choose your leather jacket, obviously from there, it's going to bring you here. Okay. Now, so in order to list a product from CJ Dropshipping to eBay, you can just scroll down on the product and you can click on list now. Okay, here's going to be list and you're just going to choose there. So we have a PU leather jacket, slim leather jacket. Product price can range from $9.36 to $10.37. You have all these sizes, a 3XL, 4XL, 5XL, L, M, S, XL, XXL, and 2XL. You can also choose the quantity, and they're going to tell you, the amount of weight this is going to have. So that's also pretty cool. I'm just going to keep the quantity at 1. Now, we can also see the estimated processing time that it's going to give us. So it could be 1 to 3 days, 4 to 8 days, over 8 days, and all that. And you get the product attributes. So pretty great and amazing stuff. So you can obviously go ahead and click on list now so you can list the item directly. So I'm going to click on list. And here you can see it also gives us all the variants of the product. So please make sure the total quantity of the product listed does not exceed the listing limit on eBay, as products will be removed once the inventory runs out. So as you can see, we have quite a lot of variants of the leather jackets over here. So directly from here, however, if you want to edit it in a bit more detail, you can click on edit before listing, which is what we're going to do from here. So you're going to do that and you're going to be brought to a page that looks like this. So here you can see. So now you can, you know, list it straight to your store and different things. It's going to choose your listing site. You're going to see your selected category. And, it's men's formal occasion. And you could get, you could call a leather jacket a formal jacket in some occasions, but normally I'd say it's casual. So do make sure to select a proper category. So I'm going to go on reselect, please select, and we're going to go to clothing, shoes, and accessories. We're going to go to men's, and it's men's clothing. And we're going to go with, yeah, jackets. There we go. Now, once you do that, you can keep a good, strong title. You can add in tags if you want to. You have different descriptions, different images, variants, and all that. You have shipment, others. So, once you've chosen your category and all that, yeah, you should be good to go from there. So, you can also narrow it down further. So, I've just gone for coats, jackets, and vests. And then you will see the product itself. So, you can see here it's got, leather jacket, blah blah blah. It's got all of these different keywords. So now I don't recommend to stack too many keywords into your listing. So into your actual title, I'm just gonna go and list this with a different title. So let's go ahead with men's black stylish jacket. Okay, let's just call it that because we don't want too many keywords in the title. And you could also add slim fit and stuff. So once you do that, you're just going to click on listed now. Now it also brings you to the description and everything, and you can change the description. It already gives you a pre-made description off of CJ Dropshipping, but you can change it according to yourself if you want to. You can change the images. Now, here's the variants. Now, this is where you're going to have to do a bit of rearranging, okay? Now, what do I mean by rearranging? I mean by rearranging is that CJ Dropshipping will basically give you tons and tons of variants because CJ Dropshipping doesn't know that you might have a limit on some, stores. Now, in our case, on eBay gives us a lot of, like in most cases, eBay will give you a limit to the number of products that you can have. Now, CJ will give us like, I think around, for most products, CJ gives us around 20 plus variants. And that's pretty good because let's say there's if this jacket has different colors. So let's say the black color has all these sizes: L, M, S, XL, XXL, 4XL, 2XL. And then there's, the brown jacket, and it could have, six of more of those sizes and all that. So, these are all different variants, and you can leave it as so, or you can change these to see. So to change them, what you would do is just come here and you can change their name quickly and all that. It's just quick changing. So obviously once you've changed all these things, wait, I'm just gonna go ahead and select. So obviously it's 32 variants, and then you're gonna choose the listing price. You can obviously choose the listing price yourself, or you can just choose the recommended listing prices. And once you do that, we're gonna head over to shipment. Okay, and once you head over to shipment over here, you're going to see all these things. So shipping from the Chinese warehouse where it's already stored, so you can't really mess with that. Ship my orders to. Now, this depends on the area that you are going to be mostly shipping it to. Now, if you live in the UK, make sure to choose the United Kingdom of Great Britain. If you're shipping it to Canada, make sure to choose Canada. But obviously, I'm going to keep it the United States of America. And then you can do that. And, whatever country you plan to ship your products to, you can see it's shipping from, the Chinese warehouse. And then you can go and choose the delivery method. So make sure to go ahead and choose the fastest one, obviously, because you wouldn't want it to take time. So in the US citizens case, the DHL official will take the least amount of time, which is 3 to 7 days. Okay, and you can also see that it's available. So you're gonna make sure to go ahead and take it. And once you take it, we can go back to the variants, and you can see the RRP and all that. So just go ahead and click on list now. And once you do all of that, make sure that everything is properly, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, double check everything, and it's if it gives you errors like, please enter the quantity and stuff. So here is your listing quantity, okay? And you can go ahead and choose all these quantities for yourself as well. And the quantities obviously purely depend on you know your basic listing stuff. So wait, I'm also gonna mess around with the bulk listing changes. Okay, and let's say I'm gonna change the quantity to 2. Okay, I'm gonna click on OK, and there we go, the listing quantity is changed. And then once you do all that, we're gonna hit OK. And in some cases, it might give you an error. So in my case, as you can see, listing failed, create platform product failed, verify item. Now, if the reasons are, failed to list, then it probably means that your eBay did not allow these many products. So don't worry. We're just going to unchoose some products. I'm just going to choose 3 of them, the 3XL, 4XL, and 5XL. 3 variants selected only. And what you're going to do is I'm just going to change the listing to 1. Okay, just change it to 1. Click on OK. We have the right pricing. And once you do all of that, it's going to apply all of that to different variants. So now if you just want to go into the others and fill the section correctly, it's really important to make sure that you pay attention, especially when it comes to this other section. So here you have your payment methods. So there's first of all the managed payment methods, which is Payoneer. Okay, eBay managed payments is suggested or products listing may fail. So the managed payment setting, which is Payoneer, is a pretty good setting, but obviously you can use the default, which most people use, and that is PayPal. Then you have the shipping methods on eBay, which is flat shipping methods, express, all these different shipping methods that you can choose. Then you have brands, could be unbranded, it could be any of these. Type, obviously it's a jacket. Size, make sure to choose the right size and everything. Now, we're gonna have to pay special attentions to specifically, put these things correctly, because if you don't, then it could get your eBay account banned. So it's gonna have payment methods that I recommend to leave it as managed payments. As you can see underneath, it says eBay managed payments is suggested. Product listings may fail. So obviously, once you do that, moving on, make sure to choose the right shipping methods. So if you leave it as this, then it should be good for you. Like, I don't think it should do any issue, but you could switch to freight. Now basically it's going to tell the customer that they can't pay right away and they need to contact the seller, which is you, to organize the freight. And this is a complete headache. And also if you choose the wrong freight, then you can actually get your account banned. So what I recommend to do is choose a freight courier that is most likely linked to your country or that is used quite frequently. So I'd say go with the flat, either the shipping method express, or you could go with the UPS Worldwide. Now, obviously, it's shipping from China, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead with that, and you can see it's worldwide shipping straight from China, and easy shipping. Now, moving on, what you can do is go over to the brands and stuff, okay? Because the brand section is really important, because it shows up when people actually search for your product. So you can go and choose the size. I'm just gonna go for medium, and the reason I go for that is because there's going to be more people searching for medium and large rather than 3 times XS, or 3 times XL and all of that. So I'm gonna go with medium. Okay, most people search medium, and people aren't gonna really be searching for these sizes. So either go for medium or large, or medium and large. And I'm gonna go for medium. And then you've got the type. So this will depend on the product. Okay, mine's obviously a jacket, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. And then you've got the style, so you can choose a different styles of jacket or whatever the product is. I'm gonna go for the bomber jacket, or it could be, in our case, it could be a leather jacket. Yeah, motorcycle jacket's much more filling. Then you have the outer shell. I'm gonna go with the faux leather. Yeah, there we go. Then you have size type. Yeah, mine I think is relevant. Then you have department, obviously. Once you have filled like all of this, the department could be, I wouldn't say like obviously my product is men's jacket, so I wouldn't go with unisex adults. Yeah, I think it should be men, yeah. And the color, obviously, it's a black color. And, once you filled all of that out, make sure to pay particular attention to the shipping methods. And if all of that is good, you can simply click on list it now and let's see what happens. So, obviously, in my case, it might not verify because obviously the store that I have access right now is, not verified as a proper seller. So that's why it's giving me issues. But obviously, if your store is properly verified, then trust me, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have any issues. It's going to list right away. But just make sure to always cross check and double check your shipping methods and all these details, because this could potentially lead you to getting banned, because that could be costly for us, because what if we actually start making really successful and big sales? We don't want to actually get banned, because that will be a huge issue for us, so we don't really want that, do we? So to prevent that exact thing, what we need to do is we're going to follow the steps that I've told you. Okay. Now, moving on, once you've done all of this, once you've listed your products into your eBay and all that, let's talk about how to improve your eBay feedback score quickly. So, once you've listed your items into your eBay, it's going to show you them on your Seller Central. And if you go to like the top of the store, we can see like a lot of people have had a lot of great feedbacks on their store. And if they get good feedbacks, then obviously they're signed as a good seller on eBay. You can go on any specific person's, store by choosing like you have any product. Let's say I'm going to go with an aviator jacket. Let's go with that. Okay, we're going to go with aviator jacket, and I'm gonna go over here. Okay. Now, once you go over here, it's gonna load things up, and there we go. Men's RAF aviator jacket. Obviously, seller's information. It's Malaco Trader. So let's go ahead and check the seller store. They have 108 stars, and it's pretty great stuff. It has pretty good ratings, and you can see all their products. Pretty basic, pretty nice. They have decent prices. And it's really great because now you're going to want to build this up for your own eBay store, because this actually helps you get customers. Because when somebody comes over to your eBay store and they see zero, sometimes 0 stars, sometimes it's a red flag for them, and it can also make them lose interest in your eBay store. So, how can you actually build this up? Well, the best way you can do is by undercutting everybody else and selling your products for a lot cheaper than them, because then people will buy your products and just simply because they're cheaper. And then once you build up your feedback score, then what you can do is you can start listing the products for more. So basically, in the start, you're going to have to do some sacrifices. You're going to have to sell products a bit cheaper so you can get some stars, you can get some ratings. And once you've gotten those ratings, from there on out, what you're going to do is you're going to put them back to their original prices, or you can go obviously a bit up from the original price so you can get a good profit out of all of them. And that will obviously be beneficial for you. That will be advantageous to you. So, yeah, I would always recommend that you fulfill those things in for yourself if you want to. And then you could go back to the original listings, and do make sure to do the cheap journey for like a month or two so you can make some sales and just listing your products and getting a good rating. And for maybe, $1, £1 that you're buying them, or for so you're gonna go over to another product and, do a lot of those things. So just list, like, let's say if a product is for $8, list it for $4, because obviously this is a sacrifice that you are gonna have to make to get the rating. Because if you don't have the rating, then as I stated, the people will not really visit your store. Like, their trust over your store will be off, because they're like, they might, it will put them off, considering that, you have no rating. So they might think that you're maybe a scam or something like that. And obviously, that is the sole thing. Like, that is the one thing that we do not want, obviously. So, again, as I stated, to prevent that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to basically go ahead and do what I told you. Do the cheap way, and that will be good for you. Now, obviously, once you've drop shipped and all these things, just go ahead into the shipping section and yeah, just do all of that. So, Obviously, let's also talk about a brief overview of using, Alibaba. So, if you want a full tutorial on Alibaba, let me know down in the comments below because Alibaba is a pretty short tutorial, and to set this up on Alibaba, it can only be based in the US. So, if you're based like anywhere outside in the US, you can't work on Alibaba, but if you're based in the US, it's really easy to use Alibaba. So, obviously you're gonna do the same. Like, we went into CJ dropshipping with my CJ and everything. To go in Alibaba, you're gonna go into the Alibaba Workstation Central, and over there, they are gonna give you tons and tons of stores. So just choose any one store from all of them. And once you choose the stores, what that will help in doing is basically it's gonna take you into the store authorization section where you're gonna add your store information and all. So in our case, obviously it was eBay. So you're gonna add eBay's information, and yeah, that should be good for you to go. Pretty amazing and basic stuff to get started off with. Then let's talk about how you're gonna fulfill orders. Okay, the dropshipping business, the next thing obviously is to fulfill an order. So when an order comes through, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on my eBay, okay, and you're gonna go on the selling dashboard. And then under your dashboard, you will see a waiting dispatch. So you can just go into orders, and then down at the left hand side, you will see a waiting payment and a waiting dispatch. So if the customer hasn't paid, for which it generally they should pay for it straight away. If they haven't, it will go in a waiting payment, but generally most customers will pay for it straight away, so it will go into a waiting dispatch. So you will see it in here. So depending on the supplier, we're going to go through using CJ Dropshipping. So if you use CJ Dropshipping as your supplier, you're going to go into your CJ Dropshipping dashboard. On the left hand side, you will see orders and you'll see imported orders. So once you open up this tab, you're going to see imported orders and, just to update it right here so you can sync the stores, or you're going to click on sync store orders. And then from there on out, you're going to choose your eBay store. And then it's going to say sync and buy. You can choose sync by time, and then you can go ahead and choose all the different types of other options that it gives you with different certain dates. And obviously then you're gonna fulfill the orders from both ways, which is gonna be a pretty simple and easy thing. Now, obviously moving further on, what you are gonna be doing to get a more natural input out of all of that is to, you know, like once you fulfill the orders, and now let's talk about how you can avoid restrictions and bans on eBay. Now, many accounts have been suspended on banned on eBay, which can happen even if you've just started a fresh account. So you might get an email saying that we wanted to let you know that you have been temporarily restricted from selling and buying on eBay with some learns about your accounts. So there you're going to click on help and contact, and it's going to take you to the eBay contact page, and then you can speak to them on the phone, or they'll send you another email. Now, the second email that they send you is going to ask for your proof of address and your proof of name. So you have to upload your driver's license or maybe your passport and maybe a bank statement or a utility bill. So do this, and then it's going to say for the second thing that you need to upload is the proof that the items that you listed are in your possession. Now, if this happens, what you can do is just go on one of the local charity shops and just purchase an item similar to one that you plan on listing. So if it was a men's jacket, just go and buy a cheap men's jacket. It's gonna be like what, $1, and you can upload that receipt as the proof that you have the item, or you can even go and buy an item on another site like Etsy and then get the receipt from Etsy and upload this, and this will show that you have proof of an item, and they just want to see that you're not a drop ship scam. But I said drop shipping is allowed, but eBay is a bit strange, and they have some weird policies around banning accounts for no reason, and they don't even let you know what the reason is. So if you're just going to upload something, purchase something, and upload the receipt to show that you have the actual item to sell, and they'll understand, they're unban the restriction on your account, and then you can go and continue listing products and drop shipping products. So that is what you're going to do. And they might ask you some weird follow-up questions, but they're going to be pretty simple follow-up questions. You're just going to, make sure to dodge them somehow. Just play it smartly. Make sure to give them, correct and, smart answers. Don't try to like oversmart them. Just give them answers that they want to know, because that's just gonna be the best thing to do in this case. So yeah, once you've done all those things, you should be better off from there on out. You should be good to go. because that gives you, again, as I stated, a general overlook and output on things. So yeah, basically that is, I guess, about it when it comes to CJ dropshipping and how you're gonna integrate it with eBay or any type of dropshipping in that case. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down in the comments below, and I will be making more videos like this for you. But yeah, I'd say that's about it. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see all of you wonderful people next time. Goodbye.